hanging on the block a little too long. What can I say? I hope they live to see a brighter day. And the ones that are doing fine, God bless you, 'cause you're doing fine. At the end of the day, don't forget about me. As days turn to weeks, and weeks turn to years, oh, I feel for my brother. And as time passes by, I still not satisfied. Oh, I feel for my brother. Feel for my brother. The street life used to be on, straight up hustling till the break of dawn. Taught me how to do wrong right, everything inside. But somehow things started to change. Try to get us straight up out of the game. You couldn't see what I saw. The empire was starting to fall. And everything that I said never seemed to get into your head. I tried to do the right thing, living my life with the words that I sing. Now tell me, I wanted to know what happened to my best friend. As days turn to weeks, and weeks turn to years, I feel for my brother. Feel for my brother. And as time passes by, I see you're not satisfied. Oh, I feel for my brother. Feel for my brother. I miss you, man. You're my brother. I said I love you, babe. I won't forget you, no. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Sometimes I feel life is cheap. Everything's disposable and so are we. Can you hear me? Life is real, yeah. And if there's a heaven above, please start showing a brother real love. 'Cause I wanna go home. Oh, I feel for my brother. I miss you, man. Oh, I feel for my brother. You're my brother. I feel for my brother. Oh, no, no. Feel for my brother. I wanna go home. I feel for my brother. I won't forget you, no. I feel for my brother. I feel for my brother. I feel. Oh, I feel for my brother. I feel for my brother.
Growth, longevity, understanding, and integrity. Me and you, we on the road. Graduate, self-discovery. Got a lot to learn in this life, and I'm excited. Gonna do it with my people like mine. Yeah. What you gonna do when you need reboot? What you gonna do? A reboot.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I want to welcome everybody today to this special edition of reBOOT. Yes, we are here and I hope you are ready to reboot. Now, you know, this isn't our normal time to come on. So for those that are unaware of what is happening, we are a part of a love raid train. Yes, it's a solidarity raid train in response to some racism that has been going on the Twitch platform. So we had a unified effort in a boycott on last week. And then we decided to come back. What's the best way to fight hate? Definitely love all day long. So that's it, y'all. Love is the key. It's the way to bring a brand new day. So we are a part of the raid love train that's going on this afternoon. This is a Saturday of solidarity, and it's been going since 7 o'clock this morning Eastern Standard Time. So you're going to see those that are going to come in. More love, less hate. That's what it's about. This is the love raid train on this Solidarity Saturday. So for everybody that's here, I think all of you all know how we roll, but I want to welcome. I chose, you know that we have several different venues, and there will be another raid coming in momentarily. They'll be leaving the channel that they did before. They'll raid us, and then once we've completed our time window, we will be raiding Dr. Dady Priest. Please, 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 you don't want to miss her. She does Engagement Matters. She is absolutely positively phenomenal. She will bless your whole life. I watch her faithfully. I do not miss her stream if at all possible. We will be raiding into her immediately after this is over at 4 o'clock, or I guess really at 5 o'clock, which will be 6 o'clock Eastern time. And the raid train will go on. We'll be ending out with Mike City, who is oh my God, he's out of New York. It's going to be off the chain. I want you all to be able, if you can, if you don't get everything else in, Dr. Dady, I want you to be a part of that. And then if you can come back and be a part of Mike City, I want to invite you to please do that. In the meantime, let me set this up for my girls. You all know that I have the platform Tuesday through Friday. Yes, you O cubed one-on-one. Yes, that's just me and you. That's that conversation that we have individually. And I'm going to talk a little bit here because I'm going to let our raiders be able to come in as well before we get well into our conversation. We also have Sundays at 2 o'clock. I preach a sermon. You all know that. Hey, John, come on in. John P. That's my guy. Come on in. I was hoping that you would be here on today because I'm looking forward to your input in our conversation. Let me just back up. And before I go farther, let me say good afternoon to everybody. We got time for that. I'm going to just stop. Yeah. I want to say good afternoon. Come on in the room. I'm so glad that you're here. BTD Mom, good afternoon. Michelle Browno, good afternoon. Mino 3782, good afternoon. Sheila Miles, come on in here. Good afternoon. The Rebel Inc., good afternoon. And yes, John P., come on in here. Good afternoon to every last one of you. And there are others out there that are not in the chat, but I appreciate you for hey, I see. Listen, I think I got some sound effects ready for you. I see you in the room. Could it be Shelly Thunder? She's in the room, y'all. She's in the room. That's the prophetess. Good afternoon. Come on in here. I see you, Jonna CPW. She's in the room. Come on in, Jonna. And I'm glad that you're here. Thank you all for each coming to be a part of us, even though this is off schedule. Well, today, as I said, I wanted to highlight these millennials. I am so godly proud of them. I am so, whatever you want to put in there as an adjective, I'm just proud of these girls, these sisters, these women. I really, let me retract that. These are women. They are full-fledged women in here. So I appreciate DJ Onyx Heart. Come on in the room. Tall Pumps, I see you lurking. Oh yeah, those are our pretty nieces. Aren't they beautiful? Here comes the raid. Here comes the raid. I see you, Lady Day. I see you, Miss Frosty. Come on in to all of our raiders. Welcome, raiders. LaDon 225, DJ Wild Onyx Heart. Come on in the room. One Reason. Come on. Yes. Come on in the room. One Reason. And I'm going to talk about you just a little bit later on. Wins 2000. Come on in the room. Every raider here. Come on. Hey, let's go. Here we are. And here we go. DJ I Rock Jesus. Come on. We going to rock your world today, I Rock Jesus. But come on in the room. I'm so glad to see you. Come on, I see you. Come on, truck driver, I see you. I love everybody that's here. There's some names that just flew by real quickly on me. Mike City. Come on, Mike City. Come on. Here. It's Mike City. Come on in here. Yardy girl, I see you. I see you. I see you. All of you guys out there. LaWanda Baskerville. Yes, Wanda Visions is in the room. I appreciate everybody that's here on the day. And I hope I didn't miss anybody. But if I did, it's not because I meant to. I'm so glad that you're here. To Ernesto. You had an awesome stream. I was watching you, my brother. You did a beautiful job. I love your heart and I love your spirit. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now, as I said, today, out of all of the different podcasts that we have, including Yes, You with Friends, which is Sunday at 6:00, I really wanted to highlight these two beautiful queens because they are off the chains and I wanted you to hear them roar. So I'm going to share what the topic is going to be about today, and then I'm going to get out the way and let Shelly and Marlena, Lena Will, they're just going to take it away and do their thing. So listen, yesterday, this is why I have the millennials talk. This crazy Berrytown. I see you. Thank you for hosting the stream. And I see you lurking. Tell Captain Boots I send my love to him. Send it, send it, send it. I love that guy. He is just a blessing. Now, let me get you ready because we're talking about love. It's a love train. I've already talked about all of that and why our purpose, our cause, and all of that. Yes, they are awesome, Lady Day, and I enjoyed them yesterday as well. So listen, now this is spirituality, so don't get tense. Hold on to your weave, hold on to your wigs. It's still spiritual because your sexuality is just as spiritual as anything else. I know a lot of times we try to go the opposite direction and run from it. But let me tell you what, this is why I hang with the millennials. At almost 60 years of age, these babies brought me into some knowledge yesterday that I'm just going to tell you straight up. I did not know, had never heard of it before. When Lena started talking about it, I was like, typing, y'all. Lena, I was typing real fast. I had no idea what you, now y'all were calling it tantrum sex, but that's not exactly right. But we'll get all into all of that later on. But this is the thing that I love about the young people, and y'all need to hook up and stay with the young folks. They stay on the cutting edge of what's going on out here, and I love to keep my ears to their mouths and to their hearts to see exactly what's going on. We're talking about tantric sex because, again, it just blew me away yesterday. It was a term I never heard before, but I did some research and I did some study. They're going to talk about that on today. And as I say in this stream can be raw. And so it's rated R. If it's too much for you and you're clutching pearls, you might have to tip out, put that finger up, put that church finger up and tip out. But it's really, at the end of the day, there's nothing offensive here. There's nothing dirty here. We have real conversation about real life. So I hope you all can hang with us on today. And as always, I let my babies be who they are. They don't have to pretend to be anything other than who they are. And they have the opportunity to speak their full hearts. And with that, I'm out of here. Yes, we're on Tantric, Mike City. We are on. What you know about that, Mike? What you know?
Right. Call in. If you know, call in.
Call in. We got the call in ready for you too. That being said, I hope to shut up the majority of the rest of the stream. Lena is our lead lion. Take it away. And Shelly, you guys do your thing and let's talk.
Listen, I think that kind of took everybody by surprise yesterday. I think Shelly's face took it. I wish we could have did a screenshot because Shelly was like, wait, what? Yeah, so we got into it yesterday, and I was surprised about all the comments because everybody was kind of knowing, like everybody had that information. Wait, let me see.
I was the only one that was slow. I don't know.
Wait.
You know, church folk don't know nothing about what's going on in the real world today. But
No,
listen,
Mike City said I practice tantric, LMAO, but listen, can we get a call in? Can we get the number up there?
Mike
Call in. Brother Mike City, come on. Get us some information because obviously it's a lot we don't know.
Come on, Lady Day. The girls were talking some stuff. They were talking real stuff yesterday. They were talking real stuff yesterday. Miss Frosty, I didn't know either. So that's why I said, y'all losing out. Y'all done, so many people have tuned the young folks out, and the young folks got 411. They got information. They got information. You need to open your ears and reconnect to these young millennials because they got information. So y'all just run away with it. Run away with it.
And I think we got a little more, we had to get a little more information on there, because you bring something up, you go and learn a little bit. So, we watched some videos. We all saw what maybe we didn't understand. I was calling it tantrum sex yesterday. And I was like, maybe that's when you're mad at each other. I wasn't quite sure. I thought it was tantrum. Yes, I did. I'll be honest. It's tantric, or
It's
how they
tantric.
pronounce it,
It's
tantric.
tantric. The correct pronunciation is tantric.
Tantric
It's fake,
sex.
is what it is. It's not a real thing. It's not a real
Yes.
thing.
So,
I
Shelly,
mean,
why do
I
you say
think,
it's not a real thing?
listen, we desperately need somebody to call in, because even after watching some videos and doing my own research, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. This Lena just told me about a woman having an orgasm for 40 minutes, and that's just not true. She may be having an outer body experience. She may be doing something, but it's not an orgasm. I don't know what it is. I don't know what drug she's on. We need to know. We need to
Mike,
find out.
Mike City said it's real, but it takes practice. It
That
takes practice.
when I seen that video of that woman on that ground, and she was, and it was real. And she was like, for 30, 40 minutes, I'm like, that's got to be something. My body would be tired. Listen, so I'm not quite sure. I think different people do it different ways.
Listen, I I understand that. I understand that. We can all have our different routes and methods. However, I will not believe that these people are carrying on this moment of bliss and happiness beyond what it is. And it is just a moment. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where I don't comprehend it, so I don't want to believe it. But I do not believe it. Even when I'm watching the
Maybe
videos, I'm
so.
just like, where's the science? I need the science. I need to know how this is
Okay.
happening.
We need an expert. We need an actual somebody with actual credentials. We need a video with somebody who knows what they're talking about, maybe a sex therapist, so we can
Okay.
kind of feel like we really got some real information.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Sight giver is screaming. Tall Pump said, like Shelly, like, nah, that ain't no sex. Sight, we're giving sight to the blind. We're giving sight to the blind.
So
Here you go. Here
Mike
you go.
City, Mike City just said in the chat, you train your body to experience the journey more than the climax. Okay, I understand that,
Mm-mm,
Mike. Here's what
mm-mm.
I'm confused about. Is it, you're saying more than the climax, so that means there's something else. So when these people are saying, "Oh, I'm orgasming for 40 minutes," that's not happening. You
Don't come for her. Don't come for her. Y'all don't know that woman's body. That woman could
you
be
have
orgasming, climaxing for 40 minutes. Some mountains that you climb, you get, it's a plateau up there, and then you come back down.
Well, come on,
All mountains are not,
Lord,
oh,
not
there's
the
a tip and you come
mountain.
right back down. So
Lena.
However,
that's just, it's
I
just
will
something to
say
think about.
I've heard of. I don't know if anyone else has heard of. Has anybody else heard of edging?
Mhm.
Yes, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like maybe these people are like edging for hours by like teasing themselves with a semi-sexual act, and then like it makes, I don't know. I can't. I don't want to say it doesn't make the orgasm last longer. That's fully what I believe as of right now. However, I can believe that maybe it makes like the, you know how you have an earthquake and an aftershock? Maybe there's an orgasm aftershock that goes on where you're just still living off of those vibrations for a minute or a few minutes after the actual orgasm.
Or 40 minutes.
Or
Why is
40
it
minutes.
so hard to believe? Why is that so difficult to believe?
Now,
Everybody's like, no, I'm not going to orgasm for 40 minutes.
I'm
It's
gonna
not.
roll this. I'm gonna roll this
First of
beautiful
all,
bean footage. Okay, go. Shelly's
yes.
like, Shelly's like, let me go ahead, girl. Go ahead and
You
talk. Cause this
can go ahead
no,
and roll, Angie. But I just
yo,
wanted to say
Stando.
she has to be thoroughly hydrated to be having an
Ah,
orgasm for 40 minutes. Like
listen, she came
you have to
prepared.
be you have to be very, very hydrated.
JoJo said there are books in bookstores and in libraries on tantric sex. I gotta put my hand up like this.
Tantric.
Tantric.
So I want to welcome in the Raiders. Yes, Shelby Nicole Cosplay just came in with 10 more. 10 more. Come on. We
Yay.
appreciate you. We appreciate you. To all the Raiders, all the Raiders that came in. We appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
So let me shoot this because to me, listen to what the sex professional is saying, and that's my girl. Y'all follow Shelby Nicole Cosplay. She's a streamer. Ernesto is in here. He's a streamer. One reason I got to come back around and say something about one reason before we show this video, because we just jumped in here and we just went hog wild. Let me say, one reason, you are the reason that we are here. Thank you for opening this door. Thank you for this vision. And this is just awesome what we're doing today. Now, this is love is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Y'all know that song?
I'm feeling.
Come on
That's Bob
here.
Marley, baby.
Come on. So
I don't know it, but I'm here with you in spirit.
You don't know Bob Marley? Oh, girl,
I'll send it to you. It's a beautiful song.
You got to get some Marley into your life. Now, my throat was kind of crackling and cracking there, so it may not have sounded just right, but nonetheless, it's a good song. But one reason, thank you for doing this, and thank you for giving these two young ladies a platform and an opportunity to share what reBOOT does. We get down to it so you can reboot. We want you to reboot. Now, with that being said, I had to take care of station identification because I cannot ignore the man of God. I got to give honor to whom honor is due.
Yes.
Y'all know how we're in the church, and that's the bishop. Okay, so here we go. We're going to roll this beautiful bean footage. And then, Shelly, we're going to come right back because you said these folk are lying and the truth ain't in them. So let's deal. Now, this isn't going to be an actual, this is just a sex therapist explaining what it is. So here we go. Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Let's get this crack-a-lacking, and we're gonna see what she has to say. Okay, and then we're gonna come back and finish the conversation with a little more intel. So here we go.
So what is tantric sex and why would you want to practice it? I'm Dr. Cheryl Fraser, and I'm here to answer that question right here, right now in this video Love Bite. Tantra is an interesting word. I'm not going to go into all the background, but tantric sexuality is a way of making love that has a lot of results, including you can develop long-term orgasms. Instead of lasting for a few seconds, your orgasms can last for a few minutes or longer. I'm going to lay some facts on you right now. Did you know that the average male orgasm lasts only 7 seconds? The female orgasm lasts about 20 to 21 seconds. Woohoo! 3 times longer, girls. It's a little harder to get there. 7 seconds, 21 seconds. Is that good enough for you? No, I believe you are interested in eventually cultivating a type of sexuality where you can have orgasms that last for minutes or longer, where you can pull the orgasmic energy, not just from the genitals themselves and those delicious, beautiful spasms of pleasure and connection, but through your whole body. Imagine if you could feel an orgasm in the tips of your fingers. Imagine if that fleeting bit of concentrated pleasure could be spread through your entire body, toes to head. I will always come at you with the truth. I'm a psychologist. I'm a sex therapist. I know what I'm talking about. You can't walk out tomorrow and become a tantric master, but you and your sweetheart in the privacy or public, if that's your deal, I don't mind, of your own home, can cultivate great orgasmic response. Here you go. Think of a typical orgasm, what we might call a climax orgasm, as a firecracker. You light it, it goes boom, and it's great. Everybody loves firecrackers. Well, except my dog, she's terrified of them and she has panic attacks, but the rest of us love firecrackers. Think of the tantric orgasm like a an evening of fireworks display. Think of it like a bonfire of fireworks, not just one awesome little firecracker. And if you can play with your sexual and erotic and tantric energy, there's some exercises to do that on my website and in my book and in my upcoming course. But for today, I just want you to be inspired to know if you can play with the bonfire of your sexual, erotic, and almost meditative energy, you can learn, instead of a firecracker, to have an evening of complete fireworks. How do you start? Well, you start with some simple things that may seem like they're not that related. Start with deep eye contact some of the time that you're making love. Start with trying to stay conscious at orgasm. Instead of swooning into a fantasy, so you're making love with your sweetheart, but you're actually fantasizing about something else or someone else or some erotic fantasy you have, you're not having the actual experience of your orgasm with your mate right now. So start with gazing into each other's eyes sometimes when you make love. That may throw you off your game. It may feel too intimate, but you want to eventually be able to connect and expand your orgasm and your sensuality. Start with remaining conscious at orgasm. What does that mean? It means really try to feel here and now what's happening. Stay out of your head. Stop doing your taxes or fantasizing about a sexual thing or worrying about tomorrow. That's not easy to do and it takes cultivation, but you can do it. So what is tantric sex? It's a way of making love that combines your spirit, your psychology, your body, your mind, and it can lead to transcendent orgasmic bliss and, more importantly, to feeling closer to your beloved than you ever have before, both in and out of bed, melting the barriers between you, feeling so much love, suffused with love and connection for the one you do love. Stay tuned for more teachings on this. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you'd like to get weekly.
Okay, and so we'll leave the rest of that out. Y'all got me cracking up in this chat. Y'all got me absolutely positively cracking.
They are not having it. They are not having it. They're like, wait, I missed some of them. AG, read some of the comments. Y'all
Listen,
are not having it.
I'm gonna tell you, they felt like it was an infomercial.
See?
However, Mike City, I'm gonna need for you to call in. They talking about payments and everything.
Right.
I'm gonna need you to call in, Mike City, because Mike said he actually practices tantra. If you're willing to, now I can't beat you down, but if you are willing to, would you please call in because you actually practice tantra. Now, from what I can understand, Lita, some of the idea here is, again, you're not really strung out on or what focused in on just the end game, which is the orgasm. But the idea is to build the intimacy and the connection to the point that you can bring the experience to its fullest. I saw one reason said you got to focus. So, Mike, I hope you out there, and I hope you can make that call. I hope you can come in and give us a holler. But at the end of the day, it's that whole element of DJ I Rock Jesus done said correct. I got to see what DJ said. He said I Rock Jesus. What is correct? I got to get
1-4-TANTR. See, it's smart though, right? It's smart to be more, focused on the riding up there, and instead of, she said it was only 7 seconds for men and 23 seconds for women. So it's like, why put all of your energy on this one moment when you have all this? You can really enjoy the whole ride.
Right,
not
and
just a little 7 seconds.
There you go. Jonna CPW said, "Oh, 7 seconds, bless their hearts."
Right. 7 seconds. Jesus
7
Christ.
seconds. 7.
All of it seems kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, yeah. How you count? I want to know who found out. Oh, this is the average. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, DJ D-Man, we're actually talking about tantric sex, which is the idea of learning how to enjoy the journey more so than strictly focusing on the end. Learning how to enjoy the journey, which to me, again, is a whole element of bringing in a whole different level of intimacy, which when we start talking about loving and we start talking about being with the one we love, I think if you can take that to the next level where you're really experiencing and identifying how can we really experience one another in a greater way? Let's do that. Now, Shelly, I'm going to turn you loose. You guys are talking. I am going to show, there's another video that I'm not going to play today, but out of that, I pulled 12 different items they tell people when you're going through tantric sex and you don't have, for beginners, you don't know how to get to that place and level of really engaging with your partner. These are 12 things that they suggest you start with, because what you're basically trying to do in this time together is to find your partner's real place of what connects with them. Because the idea is you want to have the deepest, most positive level of connection and intimacy with this individual that you possibly can have. So while you guys continue to talk, I'm going to let that 12 things that they suggest for beginners that are just getting started. They said these are some places you can start in your conversation during intimacy. And I'm gonna let you guys. Now, Shelly, you believe all of this is a lie. You said she's in her red coat lying. Come on, sis. What you
That she stole that red jacket, and we all know who she stole it from. The man wears the red jacket and the glittery glove. She stores all of her lies in that jacket.
She's cool. She's a cool lady. You can tell.
Yeah, she's a cool cat and kitten. This woman is lying through her teeth. I feel like, I don't know. I keep calling it lies, but honestly, the more that I hear about it, I'm starting to connect it with other things that I've heard of. Like I have heard, like I mentioned earlier, I have heard of people using edging to get more intense and longer lasting orgasms. But I do still believe that the 40 minutes is a one-off. That's a one-off. That's not every time occurrence. That's something that happened to her one good time. There were other chemicals involved. I don't believe that she did that on her own.
Oh my goodness.
One of them rabbit pills or something.
Something. She had a something there. Where
I don't know, Shelly.
I need somebody who has tried this or who is versed in this. I need comments. I need input on what's going on.
So you're really sitting here. You're not believing the doctors. That woman was a doctor. She said it. She says, I'm a doctor. I'm a sex therapist. I know what I'm talking about.
She said it.
With the Eddie Murphy red jacket on. She did. Now, don't come for Miss Sue Sally Ray. I didn't catch her name.
Oh, you caught doctor, but you didn't catch her name.
I caught doctor,
but I didn't catch about Tantra. Is it truly an experience that you're having because you're not touching?
Love bites. Sometimes it's something. Sometimes they're
hold on, let me get her out. I was trying to see her credentials and I messed her and turned her on. I'm so sorry.
You messed around and turned her on, huh?
Yeah,
it's a lot going on.
She's not being turned off.
40 minutes.
You ain't turning her off, honey.
Listen, I shall not be turned off.
She know what she doing. She told y'all. Now, it's a drop of a dime.
I need to know if this is something that only happens when you're not touching and you're doing this like specific type of like meditative energy, whatever you're doing. This is what I think of every time I hear it. But is this something only that happens in these moments, or can you incorporate Tantra into the bedroom and the physical realm of sex? This is what I need to know.
It is done it's actually done. I don't think it's just a concept. I think it's actually done between the partners.
Yeah. I know it's done between the partners, but is it something that they're doing like as like an exercise? Like, are they doing this? They're not doing this. No one's doing this.
No, that's what she's saying. She's saying when you're in the moment, don't close your eyes. Look into your partner's eyes. Don't go other places. Stay connected. I mean, she's basically saying that's why she said it's like meditation. It's like spirituality. It's like all of that combined together, because the idea that I'm taking away is that tantric is trying to alleviate or eliminate. We're here together, but we're still in two different places doing two different things. I'm in la 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 land thinking about this, and you're in la la. Like she said, you're thinking about your taxes, you're thinking about your job, you're thinking about this. So she's like saying, disrupt that. Look into each other's eyes. You know how many times people are in the throes of lovemaking and their eyes are closed. She's like, don't close your eyes. Look at them. And then that's what I was putting up, the 12 things that they were saying. Talk to your partner while you're engaged. I'm with you. You are beautiful. You are more than enough. I accept you as you are, whatever. You're looking for what your partner connects to. And once you get that moment and connect and focus on that moment, then you just keep building it until, oh my God, next thing you know, you got a 40-minute orgasm.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So this sounds like a lot, you guys. Like this sounds like a lot of work. I feel like when you have an orgasm, it's like that special moment of bliss. Who even wants to have an orgasm for 40 minutes? Like,
you don't want to see your partner having bliss for 40 minutes? You wouldn't want to see your partner.
And also, like, the amount of focus it takes to sit there and be like, I'm going to stay right here as long as I possibly can. Like,
wait, Shelly is like, that is hilarious.
I'm not doing this, you guys. I'm not doing this. Sounds like a lot. Now,
maybe.
I will say, I will take lessons from Tantra. I saw the list of things that you're supposed to say to your partner. I will take pieces of this and incorporate it into like my regular rigmarole and what I like to do. But I'm not doing all of this focusing and centering and.
Okay, the whistle in the background. I think one of the babies got a whistle.
Oh, yes, they do. Let me grab it.
Are y'all seriously saying y'all would not be okay with having a longer orgasm than 23 seconds?
I mean, listen, if I could be caught up in the rapture of love for 40 minutes, bring it on, baby. Bring it up. 40 minutes. Caught up in the rapture of love. Understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Who's going to turn that down?
I don't want to be caught up in the rapture for 40 minutes. This sounds excruciating.
This is definitely Saturday love, because any other day of the week, it ain't time for you don't have enough time for tantra, because that is a long time. But I would be okay with trying to.
That's what I'm saying. I would take lessons, because I'm not opposed to like a minute, maybe a couple minutes, but I'm not involving myself for 40 minutes. This is just entirely too much.
I need a man with a slow hand and an easy touch. I won't sing it again today, but I'm just saying, if you can do all that slow and get the full pleasure and enjoyment out of it, why would you take your time and get the fullness thereof?
Maybe it's not so intense, so you can actually sustain it for 40 minutes. Because I guess it is, it takes a lot out of you, usually after orgasm or something, you be ready to take a little nap. So I guess 40 minutes does seem like a long time.
That's what I'm saying. Like the bedroom act itself, that can go on for however long. We can be in the hype of things for however long. However, at that one moment of an orgasm, when I think about that moment, I don't want that moment to go on. Never have I ever been like, I want this to last for 40 minutes. I want this to last all of my life. No, I like the enjoyment of having that few seconds or whatever it is. Maybe I would be like, okay, maybe 23 seconds. Maybe I would be like, okay, maybe 2 or 3 minutes would be nice. However, I like just the moment, and I don't want to prolong that moment.
I think the thing about the prolonging it is that what you're doing, listen, somebody said Bernie Mac said 50 pumps. Mufasa said 50 pumps. That's like, but listen, I think this is the thing, because instead of just focusing on one particular area in the genitalia area, I feel my toes, I feel my fingers, I feel my elbows, I feel my teeth, I feel my hair, I feel the follicles in my ears, I feel everything. And so I'm taking that time to really experience everything literally from head to toe that I can connect to and focus on and enjoy all of it, not just one specific area and not just for 23 seconds or 7 seconds or less. It's like, let me feel and let me connect and let me be completely engaged with every aura and every fiber of my. I think we might go to heaven.
You hear me? You might be at the gates. Like, I just came for 40 minutes. This is what's going on right now.
You can kiss that yum all the way up.
Exactly.
I said, caught up in the rapture of love, honey. We going to the rafters in the rapture.
I heard it, but I'm gonna leave tantra to you freakaliks.
Uh,
I'm gonna leave
What is
tantra
that
to
for freaks?
the Petey
Not the
Pablos of the
freakaliks.
world.
Shelly said she got stuff to do. Listen, she can't. She can't be up in there.
Now,
I
why?
cannot.
So really, do you feel like that's like at the level of freaks? Really? I mean, I don't think so. I think now we started on this yesterday because my generation and before, they all had issues and sex was taboo and sexuality was not positive except for within this little box that they had. And so this is what I'm saying. So don't you think that this is part of the liberation that we're also looking for besides just having a wham bam thank you ma'am? Can we now extend to the point where the intimacy really grows and develops to a level where you are so into one another and so focused on one another and so enjoying the fullness of one another that you just let it go where it goes?
Yeah. And then you think about, the question we had yesterday is I think one of our viewers said, do you see sex as a pleasurable thing or is it for more so procreation?
Yeah.
And I don't know, this is interesting because if you have these different aspects of sex that you haven't experienced and it can be like heightened at different levels that you've never thought it could be, why wouldn't you want to try to, experience it and see the different levels? If you're talking about the pleasure part of it.
Lena,
Huh?
you're in the clouds. You're in the clouds.
I'm in the clouds.
You are in the clouds. You
But
are
I
in
think
fantasy
we're
land with
missing
this
something.
one.
Because the pleasure, where some people are going with the pleasure is directly associated with the intimacy, the looking into the eyes, the really looking and seeing and feeling and experiencing your partner. That's the pleasure. That's the lead up to the pleasure. It's not just a matter, again, as the concept is, we're not focusing on the orgasm, we're focusing on the journey. And the journey is experiencing my partner in every way possible in that intimacy and in that intimate place. So going back to the things, even as they said to start, I'm going to put that up again, to start with saying things to your partner to make the connection. Now, let me come here. Do you all think that people can have sexual relations and still be disconnected?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we all agree with that, hands down. I'm wanting to understand tantric sex as a means of saying, let's eliminate any more having relations with one another and get connected, and don't just get connected, but get as deeply connected as you possibly can. So whether it's I'm with you, you're beautiful, or whatever, and those are the 12 that they start with, but you're looking until you find that phrase and those words that really connect to your partner so that you can really start from there as a foundation and build upwards, and then have an experience that's just, blowing your mind, orgasmic.
Shirley, one reason said, would you consider it on vacation? You have time then.
I just saw that. I would. I think it'd be something I could consider on vacation. However, I still think I would be miserable in a 40-minute orgasm.
Shelly, what's a good number for you? Because Shelly's like 40 minutes, I'm just not having it at all. What's a good number for you? I would say 5. I mean, 5 minutes. That doesn't seem like it's long enough. I've heard 40. I've heard 40 minutes, and I think that's amazing.
I don't know what. Can you think about this, Lena?
Mhm.
When you have an orgasm,
Yes.
your body is like, you can't move. You would
No,
want to be not able to move for a good 40 minutes.
I would want to feel
What
you
if
know.
somebody breaks into your house in that 40 minutes?
Shelly,
Oh
break
my,
into your house.
oh my God.
What
I
if
would imagine.
what
I
if
would
this
imagine.
man who's tantraing you didn't have the best intentions, but he knew
Uh-huh.
he could tantra you into a 40-minute orgasm, and now he's stealing all your stuff and you just stuck on the bed like and
Girl,
he's just robbing your blind.
if he gives me a 40-minute orgasm, that man can have anything he wants in his house. That man can have whatever he wants in this house. Okay, I'm busy right now. I'm at the gates of heaven. You take what you need. I might not come back. Okay, take what you need, and that's what's real for me.
Listen,
Now, you know,
you
if y'all don't
guys.
if y'all are worried about it, maybe you should wait until you get into a committed relationship where you
Is
trust the
the
guy.
thing. Is the thing. Don't be out here tantraing everybody. You can't tantra all the people you know.
You can't
You need to
tantra
get one
everybody.
good person.
One good person, and that's what it is. Now, I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot, but I think it's worth.
Listen, me and Shelly Thunder are on the same page. She said, I don't know about one orgasm for 40
Right.
minutes, but multiple orgasms over the course. Thank you, Shelly. That is
Yeah.
where I'm at. Shelly to
Okay,
Shelly, I'm with you, sis. I can get a
what she
couple of
said?
them in. She said, I don't know about one orgasm for 40 minutes, but multiple orgasms over a course of 40 minutes sounds better.
I'm cool with
Here is
that
where I
too.
am. Here is
I'm
where
cool with
I
that
am.
too.
Would you want one ice cream cone to last you all day? Or would you want like 5 different ice cream cones
I
throughout the
mean,
day?
I'm okay with either one. I'm all right with it. It's all good over here.
Lena needs the treats,
That's
okay?
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I cannot.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
But
Uh,
I do like the idea of even if it and I know that those are some of the concepts of tantra, but even just like being able to be more connected, I think it's gonna make you have better sex anyway. Even if you're not trying to do the full
Yeah,
40 minutes or whatever.
I agree. I'm why is she whispering?
Now
Who's
I'm
whispering?
in with Mike
Oh,
City.
Lena.
Mike City does practice tantric sex, and he's working. So anybody that didn't see his comment earlier, he's at
Oh,
work.
he
That's
said he's working. Okay,
in.
okay.
He can't call in. But he said if that ice cream was bomb, is that Yopu? How do you pronounce that? You would. That's what he's saying. You would want it to last all day. If that
All day.
ice cream
All
was
day.
the bomb, you would want it to last all day. So that's spoken from somebody that actually practices what we're talking about.
I love it.
Now that's spoken from somebody that's actually practicing what we talk about. Because all the rest of
And
us,
that's what we need. We just over
that's
here.
what we need. Because I just found out about this yesterday. So
Mhm.
this is all brand new revelation to me, child. This is revelation knowledge coming out. So for me, I'm like, I can't speak with any definitively in any way, shape, or form because it's totally brand new concept to me. But from somebody that understands it and practices it, I think there is a clear, resounding yes, yes, yes. You want some tantric sex?
Mhm. I think why do you think people this is so crazy? Why do you think this is such a crazy idea and people can't really like pull their whole mind around it?
I'm gonna speak really what I think, Lena, is that I think sometimes we're scared of that level of intimacy, in my
Mhm.
opinion. Because I mean, you're talking about going to a whole nother level. Even the idea for some is foreign that you're having communications very deep and loving communications during your time together? Because, you know, some folk just, oh my God, as soon as we get started, my eyes are closed. I don't see nothing. I'm, you know, I'm in a whole nother realm. And, you know, even the ability, why does your body completely freeze? Maybe there's something in tantric sexuality that teaches you how to be able to release, because the freezing is almost like a shutting down of the orgasm. When you just let that orgasm just keep flowing and keep flowing and keep flowing, then, you know, you got a potential there of a totally different experience. And I think we tend to, when we get to something that's so good, we just shut down. We just, oh my God, I can't open my eyes. My teeth are clenched. I'm frozen, like the frozen chosen. I can't do nothing. And maybe there's a whole nother level of experiencing that people are afraid to experience at that level. That's my opinion.
I can
No,
imagine.
I do agree. I do agree with that. There are levels to experience. I'm with that. I'm with that thought.
I could imagine being able to. What if you could walk around in an orgasmic state?
No, there's no, there are. That's why I'm saying. So that's the thing. I've watched this show called like My Life As, and there was an episode where a girl gets like sporadic random orgasms all day, and she absolutely hates it. Like in the episode, she was just like, I wish my life wasn't like this. I wish there was a way to stop it. She was on the couch crying. She was stuck in an orgasm for like 5 minutes, and this is her life, and she hated it. I'm like, I can't. I'm relating with you, girl.
I could see how that could be frustrating because you have a medical issue to where you can't stop the orgasms and they're just coming and they take over. But that's different, Shelly.
I think that's something else. That's a totally different situation.
Yeah, that's a different situation from having power of your sexual energy and being able to like just be in that energy and you just being able to function. What if you could function in an orgasmic state? That would be amazing.
If
See,
I
and
could function in that bliss, I will say that probably would be nice. If I could be in that,
she's having spasms. She's having spasms in her clitoris. That's something totally different. So now, and for all the sisters out there still running around talking about clitoris, it's pronounced clitoris. Okay, keep going.
Who said clitoris?
I know a whole lot of people that say clitoris. I had a good friend that was like 50 years old, and she was like, I went to the doctor and told him that something's going on with my clitoris. I said, what?
No, but all my friends, so you know how the short term is clit? All of my friends say click. And I'll be like, why are you saying click? And they'll be like, that's what it is. And I'm like, no, the full word is clitoris.
Correct.
I mean, now I said clitoris.
No, it's clitoris. No,
now I said clitoris. The full word is clitoris.
I mean, fully grown women don't know it's pronounced clitoris. That got me saying clitoris.
Right.
Anyway, that's something else going on, Shelly. That's something else going on.
Okay, I can concede, but that would if I think about it without thinking about what else I know, I think if I could live daily in that type of like euphoria, it would be an amazing experience. I'd probably be like, I would have accomplished like every single one of my goals by now. I would have like set new goals.
It'll change your mindset.
I would have ran a marathon.
So
much else.
Ebo running in ho.
So much else.
He's coming in a Toyota Sonda Subaru. I can't even get that together. I'm so caught up.
I love it.
Facts.
I
have to give thought to this.
Well, I think this is the whole idea is that you guys, Lena, definitely, I will say that your conversation on yesterday definitely caused me to think at a different level. First and foremost, I had to go and do the investigation. I'm like, what is this? What is this that this child is talking about? Now, when y'all said tantrum sex, I was like, y'all done really lost me. I cannot envision what tantrum sex entails. But once I got an opportunity to go out, and I have looked at some other videos as well of tantric sexuality. Basically, what they're pushing the envelope is for that focus of intimacy and not just trying to achieve a climax, which to me, that brings us to a whole nother level of loving. If you can get beyond just trying to get to, oh my God, I can't hurry, I can't get my clothes off fast enough, I can't get my stuff down fast enough so I can get this orgasm, and you really start developing a level of intimacy and then enjoying that deep level of intimacy, not just for the orgasm, but enjoying the journey. I think it's a beautiful concept.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think so too. I think people should add it to their, sexual, whatever they're trying to explore stuff, and just try different stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with the, come on, take your clothes off, take mine off, let's hurry up and get there together. But it's also beautiful to catch as some of our, dog legs. Did I say that right? Sounds like the Holy Ghost is going on. Exactly. Just be in the Holy Ghost, be in the Spirit all day.
Come on. So I think that, again, I think the resistance to me is fear, and fear of unknown and what we have not known prior to and experienced. Listen, Mike City said earlier, and I understand you work in Mike City. That's why he's got that. That's why he got that. Because listen, he got that tantric sex going on. I'm not mad. So he said, once you open that door, you will never close it.
Mm-hmm. Now that's something I do believe.
That's what he said. Once you open that door, you will never close. Shelly, what is it?
So here's the thing: that once you open that door, you will never close it. That's like saying, it can't be that blissful. It can't be that blissful. This sounds like y'all sound like, I'm gonna take it there. Y'all sound like crackheads. Crackheads be like, oh, just try it one time. Just try it one time. You'll be
Come on over.
No, I'll be addicted is what I'll be. I'll be addicted.
I think another issue,
a little too far.
I think another problem that's going to be with people and why they probably won't try this is because of time constraints. I don't think people really want to sit there and actually put in that time and that effort to make those type of connections.
Partner. I'm not talking about just, I'm talking, this is your partner. I'm not understanding. So Miss Frosty said, y'all turning them out. Listen, I'm like, this is your partner. Why wouldn't you want to have this? I'm confused as to why you wouldn't want to have this level of intimacy with your partner. That's confusing me.
But to be clear, we are talking about like literally just that moment of orgasm. Like I'm sure people are having like great sex without having 40-minute orgasms. That's also possible, right?
Yes.
That's okay. I'm like, I feel like I really do get a deep connection without, nah. And that's probably why I'm like, nah, I don't need, like, no, I don't
necessarily need it. And I think that's, I think people, it's already so good without the extra work that it's like, is it really necessary? But I think we should try. Everybody should go try it.
I'm like this. I'm not, and that's probably why I roll the way I roll. Because listen, I'm good. Because if I got to go through this, that, and the other for 7 seconds, I'm mad.
Well, let me explain. It's not a 7-second, time. It's when he reaches orgasm. His orgasm is only 7 seconds. That's what it is.
I got that. I'm saying. But let me tell you this. I know.
Also, men climax quick. So it's like their journey is also very fast to that 7 seconds. They can get a few of those out in like 10 minutes.
Well, like the doctor said, for that 23-second orgasm that the female has, it takes a lot of work to get her there. So you are working all of this, and I'm with one reason. I don't see it as work, and that's these words are killing me, because I'm like, man, if you got to work, and sex is work, intimacy is work, I don't know what kind of relationship you have.
I don't think it's work. I think it's work. It's good work. It's worth it work.
It's for sure work. You be sweating. Your legs be sore.
It's work. It's work.
You
can burn calories from it. Okay.
You gonna burn some calories. There's no doubt about that. But I'm just saying. Okay, I'm gonna let it go, because that's it. One reason. It starts sounding like a chore. Y'all done lost me. If it's all of that, I'm like, shoot. Give me some batteries. Y'all saw my box of batteries was empty yesterday.
it, Lord Jesus, I can't even speak on it. Her whole battery thing was gone.
I'm just
She
saying.
had 2 batteries
No,
left.
no, it had more than two in there.
Okay, she had 3 batteries left in her battery. Her did you get that from Sam's Club? It was extensive.
That was a
It was
Sam's Club. That
massive.
was a Sam's Club.
And
But I'm just not understanding why it's so much work. I'm not understanding why it's a chore. I'm not understanding it's a labor. And that makes me wonder about the level of intimacy that's there anyway.
I
It is-
personally think that it's okay if it's something that you want, you're gonna work for it. I think that's also relationships, and I don't think it's necessarily a negative thing. I
okay.
don't think it's a chore. Even if it is a chore, I mean, this is something that you want, and you might need to. If you have a house, you need to
Wow.
sweep your house, and it's your house. You love your house, right? Keep your house up, and it's important and it's worth it. And
I'm
I
with
don't
you.
think that's necessarily negative.
I'm with you, Mike City. Y'all supposed to be enjoying each other. Now that's my concept of it. That's my concept of it. So, but to each his own, and everybody, I respect everybody's position. I respect everybody's concept, but mine is it's got to be enjoyable, and it should be, to me, something that everybody's enjoying together.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, there you go. There you have it.
There you go. There you have it.
Yeah, yeah. So to me, the idea of tantric sexuality, and I'm gonna jump out and let you all have your final words before we get out of here. Mike City, if you can't kiss that person intimately during, then don't do it with them. You have to be into your partner for it to work. And I feel that. And it's really, Mike City, from what I could read and what I can understand, it's about going to another level of intimacy. And I feel like the reason why a lot of relationships fail is because the relationships are not really genuinely intimate. Even though they may be sexual, there's a lot of intimacy that's missing in a lot of the couples. And I think that's why relationships don't work. Personal opinion. So, I feel like tantric practice is a very favorable concept for me to push and propagate, because I think it pushes people into a place of intimacy rather than mechanics and just going through whatever. And trust also, all of those things, one reason that make for a healthy relationship. And I think if I'm going to be naked with you, if I'm going to be totally one with you, I'm going to trust you. We're going to experience to the fullest degree, and that's what we're going to do. So it's time for us to get ready to move on, but I'm going to have you two give us your closeout. We're going to Dr. Dady Priest. You definitely don't want to miss riding this raid train with us. I want to say thank you to everybody that gave reBOOT an opportunity to come in, listen, share with our experience and how we talk amongst ourselves. These two fine young ladies, go ahead and give your closeout. You guys did an awesome job, as I knew you would. Thank you for taking this engagement that I asked really at the last minute to come on. You guys did a beautiful job. You're just beautiful ladies. Come on with it. Shelly, go ahead. Lena, you'll close us out and then we'll raid out.
This is intense. So I'm willing to, like I said yesterday, keep this conversation going. Head over to reBOOT This on Facebook. Join the page. Let's keep talking if you guys want to. Also follow me. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. It's the same handle on both, at Miss Shelly Welly, MIFFSHELLYWELLY. And I will see you guys soon.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for letting us be a part. Angie, thank you for having us. Thank you for letting us be a part of the Love Raid. I just want to say it's great to see people rising above, and I want to see all of our listeners, try some new things. We learned a little about tantric. I'm not saying it right. Tantric. Tantric sex, and it's a lot of different options out there. People, don't be afraid, and also just have a good time, and live your life. And that's what we do on this podcast. We reBOOT things that doesn't work, and we keep it pushing. So thank y'all for just being here with us, and we'll see y'all next Friday is when our normal time is, and we love y'all.
Fridays at 2:00, these two young millennials come with it every week. And for 20 something women, I'm telling you what, they bring it. They bring the heat. They bring the love. They bring the knowledge. And I'm learning. I'm growing. And I love reBOOT. Thank you so much. One reason we appreciate you and everybody that's been on this raid train. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please hold on and raid with us. Copy the raid message. We're going to Dr. Dady Priest. I call her the high priestess. She does engagement matters. She is absolutely positively phenomenal. She will bless your whole life. Please ride this raid train with us, and we love y'all.
Oh, I feel for my brother. Feel for my brother. You know, a lot of my brothers are dead and gone, but they've been hanging on the block a little too long. What can I say? I hope they live to see a brighter day. And the ones that are doing fine, God bless you, 'cause you're doing fine. At the end of the day, don't forget about me. As days turn to weeks, and weeks turn to years, oh, I feel for my brother. And as time passes by, I see you're not satisfied. Oh, I feel for my brother. Feel for my brother. The street life used to be on, straight up hustling till the break of dawn. Taught me how to do wrong right, everything inside. But somehow things started to change. Try to get